Hi guys, it's Karina here from the Family Nest. Hope you're well. I'm here with my gorgeous daughter Sage, and she's agreed to come on and have a chat about, just what she needs in times of, of high emotion, being when you're upset, when you've got some tears, or when things are worrying you, you've got things on your mind. Yeah, so thank you very much for coming and having a chat.
Okay.
So I was just wondering, let's start, for example, when those times when you are teary, when you're upset and you're quite emotional. What do you need from mum and dad in those times?
Well, mainly I would probably like you guys to sit with me, either one or two of you, because normally Dad's away, so you could help me sometimes when Dad's not here, or both of you, which is helpful. And I just like having times without like Jack and just having me and Mum or me and Dad or both of you, just us.
Yeah, so you like to have some privacy.
Yeah, some
so
privacy
that time to
in
yourself.
like your room or my room or even the spare room where I can just have some alone time with
us.
You. Yeah.
And can you just share with us how you typically ask for help? How do you when you're upset? What do you normally say to let us know that you're needing some private time with us?
Well, I would normally probably just say, "Can I have a talk with you in my room?" Either I would just say that, or I would say, "Can I have some time in your room privately?" Just because I'm feeling nervous or I'm feeling scared, worried, or like sad about something.
Yeah, right. So when you're in, when we're having full blown tears, when there's tears, there's a bit of snot, there's it's all going on.
Yeah.
What specifically do you need from mum or dad in those moments when you've typically got a blanket up to your face or you've got your head in a pillow, or what do you actually need when you're crying, when your emotions, or what we call at the Family Nest, the emotional temperature's really high?
Yeah.
What do you need in those moments from us?
Well, sometimes I might like some privacy, or sometimes I like, well, in one word, sometimes I like to have just some comfort, like what you do sometimes.
Which is?
Like,
you explain
just being there for me. And
do I say anything?
Yes, sometimes.
Sometimes. What kinds of things do I say?
You say comforting words. You say words that help me, that calm me down.
So they help you, they calm you down. What are those words specifically?
Like, it's going to be okay. Let it all out.
Let it all out, yeah. Mummy's here.
Don't hold it in. Yeah,
don't hold it in. Mum's here.
Sometimes you might ask me like a question about what's happening, which, that calms me down. And sometimes you do like these mind movies, or sometimes you do these little things where, like, I just have to close my eyes and just think.
You do some imagining stuff.
Yeah.
That's usually after you've finished, though. I don't. Yeah. So, like, it's important just to let these parents know that I never really interrupt, do I?
No,
like, if you're crying, there's never a time limit.
Yeah,
no, there's never a time where I say, okay, that's enough, we're done now.
Yeah.
It's we have I guess a policy in this family where we just let it all pour out. So if that's a 10-minute cry, or if it's a 45-minute cry,
Yeah.
we just let it go. There's no
Yeah.
restrictions on that. And how does that feel to not be under pressure to stop?
Helpful.
It's helpful.
Because if I would have had a time limit, I would have cried even more because I was under pressure.
Because you're under pressure, yeah.
But since it's not a time limit, I can let it all out in less than if I did have a time limit.
Okay. So can you explain to me and share with us what the difference is when you start with all of that emotion inside your body and how it feels differently when you've let that all out and you're kind of having that and you're all done.
Yeah.
How does that feel for you?
Well, it definitely feels different. I feel much more relaxed.
Beautiful.
Sometimes I feel a bit angry before I cry.
Yeah.
So I feel much more loose
Beautiful,
after.
beautiful.
I normally would feel like I want to be with people more.
Yeah, right. So you're ready to sort of get back into life and be a bit more social. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel that sometimes after I cry, I could just want to be with Mum, Dad. Maybe I might just want to be with Macca for a little bit. Or just with my own thoughts.
Nice one.
For like
How does your body
5 minutes.
feel? How does your body feel differently?
Better.
Yeah.
Definitely better. Loose. Feel much more happy. Because at the start you just feel little, like a scrunched up ball. And that's why I feel really bad for those kids who have parents that do have a time limit or don't care or don't help them. Because that's what you are. You help me. You're caring. You're helpful in everything. And yeah, when I cry, it helps a lot. It just makes me feel very happy that I have a mum and dad like I do.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you, Seiji.
That's okay.
And that's why we're here kind of doing this video, aren't we? To just share with people the impact of, this kind of work and how important it is to, to share with parents the importance of being there for our kids. And it's not really easy sometimes for us because we don't really know. This is the first time we've kind of been parents and we're kind of just learning along the way. But I think to actually, have you guys come on and share what it actually is like for you to, to be given that space and to be listened to, and how that impacts you, and when you don't have that, what that would be like, is really helpful.
Yeah.
So thank you. I really appreciate your time. So just to I just want to recap what you've shared is just that you feel like it's really important to have some privacy. So when you're upset, you've got thoughts and emotions whizzing around, or you're very, very emotional, that you need some privacy, and that you would like either Dad or myself to be there with you, and to sometimes even just lie there and allow you to just cry or to just pour out. And I know that with Seiji in particular, you're quite physical, so children can sometimes have a lot of movement when there's a lot of emotion, which is very normal and natural because there's a lot of energy moving around, and it needs to be have an ability to get out of your body.
I just want to, like, if I'm scared, I just want to stay still. But if I'm annoyed, if I'm tired, mainly when I'm tired, I get really annoyed. And I get restless. And then I sort of go to baby mode, and I just get really, really, really restless.
Yeah,
and I
and
just
your legs go and you kind of you're moving around.
Yeah.
But it feels good, I think, doesn't it, for you to be able to have that movement while you're crying, and for that not to be restricted.
Yeah.
So the other thing you shared with us was that you didn't like to have a time limit on the amount of time that you were crying. It was just that you wanted to have that freedom to be able to just pour out and let it go, and that you will actually stop when you're ready to stop.
Yeah.
And that your body feels a lot lighter. You feel happier. You feel like you can be involved with the family again and be social again.
Yeah.
And that it's kind of all left, all of that heaviness and the tightness and the ball isn't in your body anymore.
Yeah.
That it's been released.
Yeah, it's sort of like a little centipede thing going into a butterfly. It's in a ball, doesn't know, and then it's all happy and beautiful again, which is
gorgeous. And you really value the relationship that you have with me and Dad, in that you're able to at any time talk and share your emotions without any judgment and restriction. Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you very much for coming and sharing that stuff with us. And we'll check in with you guys again soon on the next video. See ya.